Over the years of really engaging about supply chain issues and what's happening at retail, it's amazing how you always end up talking about two specific things. On-shelf availability comes up time and time again. It's that last 100 yards. What do you do at shelf? And this little thing called phantom inventory, time and time again, comes up in conversation. And so when I think about my history of engaging in these three areas, I've learned three things pretty quickly. One is fast-moving SKUs. They really do kind of take care of themselves. I mean, by the time you realize you've got a major issue, if you've got good warehouse replenishment, you're on top of your numbers, even with a potential phantom inventory issue, within a matter of a day or so, you've got a major problem, and you can send in the right type of resources and engagement to be able to get that thing resolved. So we know from a quick moving item standpoint, you're in pretty good shape. But the slow movers, it's like the kiss of death. By the time your system tells you you might even have a problem, potentially have a problem, it's over. I mean, you're shipping something, a high velocity item, sure, but if it's only shipping or selling 1 or 2 units per week or so, and then it takes another week or so to get it replenished, maybe even an assembly item, by the time a system tells you you've got a problem or the inkling of an issue, oftentimes it's too late. So we often tell people is that when you've got high value, really important items that might be a little bit slower moving, you've got to have more than just a system and an algorithm running because it takes too long to react. And so at Field Agent, we always come alongside those companies and just give them eyes and ears at retail and tell them really what's going on. So that's number one. Slow moving items, man, you're in really, really big trouble. The other thing is, we talk about history all the time. And listen, I'm not the statistician, but listen, math doesn't lie. You'll find that certain markets, certain stores, certain categories consistently have problems. And so I continue to encourage our clients is that, over the course of 4,000 or 5,000 stores or 10,000 stores over here or the 1,200 that are really important to you, over time, the ones that have a shrink problem. The one that's phantom inventory is going to rear its head. So because of that, put your valuable resources into those areas. A company like Field Agent is going to come in, give you eyes and ears. We're going to give you a fix for you. We're going to come in and resolve something. And let the system continue to monitor the other 70, 80% that's doing pretty well. We often talk about how you keep honest people honest. That's what a system does, right? It's constantly auditing and checking. But for that 20%, that 30% that you're going to continue to have a problem, sink in your resources, get those things resolved. So location matters, and quality processes and stores also matter as well. And the third piece, which is really important, and this is truer today than it's ever been, this whole COVID thing, right? Supply chain issues are there. But what's more important, when you look at retail, specifically the side counter, that shelf, it's really important to note that the grace you once had of allowing someone to say, I've got a potential out-of-stock issue. I see a little black space on the shelf, and there's no product on the shelf. We'll let that blank stay there for a period of time, and then we'll eventually get it resolved. Those days are over. You all know this intuitively, is that the person that's stocking that shelf isn't going to say, I'm sure I'll get something resolved in a few days or a week. They're going to make that shelf look great. They're going to take that tag off. They're going to move another item. They're going to spread out facings that are in stock. And so phantom inventory, which impacts obviously on-shelf availability because of the way the system's running, you are really, really at risk today of losing an item at a shelf. The tag's going to come down, and you know what that means. Now you're 3-4 weeks out. You have to have someone to put the tag back on. Major issue. I just think that's even more important than it's ever been before because there's so many holes on a shelf. There's virtually no tolerance at all these days to be able to resolve things. So that being said, we can't wait for you to kind of dig into the reporting that we've done and the research that we've done at retail to begin looking at our products as well. So if you're checking this out on YouTube, down below in the comments, you're going to see links to products that we have that will solve this. More information about how we would engage a problem like this. And if you don't have this on YouTube, you're catching another link. Listen, go to our marketplace. Go to fieldagent.net, click on shop, check it out, and look for out-of-stock issues or look for products that will solve that. We'd love to come alongside and help you resolve this. Thank you very much. See ya.